Let's see how quickly you can read this password. You ready? It was password 123, and it was in the login thing instead of the password, and that always happens, and it will happen again. You really hope that no one behind you has seen your password, but it's too late. They know, and all their friends know. Their parents probably know. Now, how many websites do you have a login? Probably about 50. How many passwords? Well, probably about 2 or 3 if you're like me for most of my life. I think the average person. You've probably used one of these before. It's embarrassing. We all have. We've all had a Hotmail or a Yahoo account. And your browser tried to tell you that there's people standing behind you can read your password. You probably knew that already, but you didn't know how quickly they could do it, did you? Watch this. Are you ready? There. Dragon. Bam. Yeah, you're good at that. And you should be, because since you've been a toddler, they've been training you to read passwords as quick as you can. In fact, you've been doing that. That's called school. And you read things, and you're told to read things fast and get faster at reading things. But there are some things you can't read. Look at this one for a second. I'll go real slow. So maybe missed it. I'll do it again. I'll give you another chance. And a third chance. It's difficult. It's hard to read things that have no vowels in them. They don't make any sense. Your brain tries to read them and they say, like, how am I supposed to read that? And you can't remember it. But then, if you can't remember it, it's not very good as a password though, is it? Although, maybe it's not a random word, and maybe it stands for something. And this is a nice little trick you can use for your passwords. So, use something you already know. There's no point in learning something brand new. What about some song lyrics? Something from a poem, a speech, something you just know off by heart. Just get rid of the vowels. That's the important thing, because then people can read it off your shoulder. So whereas before 16 characters long would have been pretty impressive, but now if you think about it, it's kind of easy. I mean, look at these examples right down the bottom. There's a 29 character password. If you type that into your Facebook, someone behind you would just be, the jaw would drop. They'd think you're some kind of criminal mastermind or mafia boss or a secret agent, but really you're just typing in "ba ba black sheep" with a big smile on your face and having a great time. But are longer passwords really stronger? Well, if you go into any security firm, you'll probably find that they have 93 letter passwords and they change every 10 seconds. And what happens is people end up sticking them up on a post-it on their computer because they have no chance. Well, I mean, if you get a new one every 2 weeks, well then you're not even going to bother learning it, to be honest, are you? So just use a mnemonic, not a simple word, so people can't look over your shoulder. And that's step one. So let's say you give your password to your friend and then he loses it or his dog eats it and you don't trust his dog or his digestive system or who inspects, never mind. You don't have your password anymore and it's gone. You're going to have to go change your Twitter and all your other things because that's your one password for most things. And that's in the bad situation to be in. There's a way to get rid of that too. All you do is you just make a variable. A variable is a fancy term for something that changes with every website. So let's say F for Facebook, G for Google, T for Tumblr. And obviously that's really easy to guess and you wouldn't make it that simple, just doing that to show you. So this one's a little bit more secure. Can you spot the pattern? It is the last 2 letters of everything. Okay, but that's, again, it's a little bit simple, but you'd be surprised, even doing this can make a huge difference. It's not like they're going to have 3 of your passwords and be doing comparisons. What about this? This is a little bit more complicated. Look at that, it's the first and last letter switched around. You can really go to town on this one. In fact, you can add a different kind of variable, like you could say B for blue Facebook page, W for white Google page. You can really go mad. You can make it really complicated, but wait, and that's where people go wrong. You don't make it too complicated. You just keep it as complex as you can handle within a second of thinking about it, and then you just stop. Okay? So really, probably the second example there would be plenty. You shouldn't really make it too complex because when you go to a brand new website and you're typing it in, you don't have to think about this. Otherwise, you're not going to use it. And then what was the point of all this? Okay? So that's it. Use a password system, not a password, and kind of keep it simple. And finally, you add some weird stuff. So some websites will just make you put in a number, an uppercase letter, or a percentage sign. The reason they do that is so that you can't just download a program and crack the website in like 5 seconds if it's really simple. Okay, and sure, if they're gonna make you do it, you might as well do that in your passwords. And that's it. That's the last step. So in summary, make a mnemonic, whack in a variable, add some weird stuff at the end, and that's it. And just keep it practical. If you think about it for more than 2 seconds, it's useless. And that's it. You're all safe online, and you can make a password that really, can't be cracked. Pretty much.